Hi, my name is Mary Angela Mancuso, and I am the founder of Facebook group Chronic Lyme Disease Recovery and the owner at chroniclymerecovery.com, where I help women stop their suffering and get their active lives back from Lyme disease. It's always beautiful when you join me for a session because I know you're taking action to create the recovery that you want. Because one of the very interesting things about Lyme disease is that it is a very high suffering illness. There's no mystery to any of you that have Lyme disease about that. But contrary to what we like to think, it's up to us personally to handle the suffering. Unless someone else actually has Lyme disease, it's hard for a person to really know what is happening with your body, what it's like, what the experience is. As much as they would like to help you through that, it's really up to us on our own. So that's why I'm here today, to help you manage that landscape, because when you shift the suffering, you shift into better healing, because sometimes when your body is not in a place to receive, meaning that suffering is high, you're not feeling well, treatments don't work as well because we put up a barrier to life. And when you begin to manage your suffering and take control again away from Lyme disease, you are able to allow the body to receive in the healing that it needs from treatments. So let's begin our session today. We're going to move down onto our backs because today we're going to work on some of the trauma that we have with Lyme disease. Because trauma gets in the way of healing. That's really at the bottom of suffering, is trauma. And in Lyme disease, it layers up, it gets stuck, and there's nowhere for it to go. So today we're going to shift some of that and allow the body to move out of that suffering space. So on your back, your knees are bent, arms are alongside the body. You can go ahead and turn your palms up. And just get yourself comfortable, whether you're laying on the floor or resting in your bed. Take an inhale into the heart space. Gently hold it there. Exhale and relax the skin across your face and all throughout your body. Inhale. Hold the breath very gently at the heart space. And exhale, relax the skin all throughout the body and across the face. Inhale, gently hold the breath. Exhale, relax your skin all throughout the body. Take a moment to notice your body. Noticing how it feels. Noticing the emotions connected to it. Let your body weight relax to the surface beneath. Now let's get started. We're going to bring one arm up here, bent at the elbow, with the fingers pointed to the ceiling, and then bring it down. And we're going to take the other hand and do the same thing and bring it down. So we bring one arm and hand up and the other, bending at the elbow. And moving at a pace that is suitable for how you feel today. Let's begin to add in our breath with this. It's going to be an inhale and an exhale. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. As you're doing this, you want the breath to begin to get a rhythm so that it's connected to the movement. It becomes a little more of an energized breath. So let your body find the balance between breath and body that it needs to have. What we're doing is beginning to pump stale energy away so that the movement here, a little bit of lymphatic flow stimulation, creating a little bit of focus for the mind. Movements that are rhythmic create a focus in the mind that is healthy for your recovery because it helps the body, I should say the brain, stay active in the motor neurons. Okay, we're going to bring both hands up with the elbows at the bend position. We're going to inhale and exhale. Now bring your fingertips together, very light touch, and you're just going to tap. Remember, the brain is connected to the fingertips, and tapping here begins to stimulate the glands in the brain, the hemispheres of the brain. And it also gets into emotions such as ego, the places where we store wisdom. Your breath is relaxed. The tapping is light. It should not hurt. And we're going to do just a couple more. And now inhale, and now press the fingertips gently together. You're holding the breath gently also. And then exhale and relax the arms down. Let's move to our feet. We're going to lift one heel and then lift the other. So we're alternating as if we're doing a little mini walking in place. Your breath remains relaxed. As you're doing this movement, notice if you're tensing anywhere. And if you are, make the movement smaller so that there's less tensing going on. Tensing is holding and hardening, which we do a lot of in Lyme because we're protecting ourselves, and that's perfectly fine. But right now we want to open that space with softness. And we're moving through the feet because it directs us back to the brain and the sensation and awareness of moving away. So let's move away from hardening and holding just for this moment. And in your mind, imagine, or I should say bring to mind, the feelings that you have with Lyme disease. Perhaps the pain, or the memory loss, or the irritation about not being able to do things that you used to do. And imagine that those sensations are moving into the background now, that you're moving away from them just for now, making space between yourself and the unpleasant sensations that you would like to put aside right now. Almost as if there was a separate body and you were moving away from that pain and suffering body. And then go ahead and relax your feet and be still. Take an inhale in, that soft breath that you gently hold at the heart space. And then exhale and let the body sink to the surface it rests upon. Now we're moving back to the arms. We're going to take an arm straight up. But remember, you can always just stay here with the movement that we did before. If you're moving here with the long arm, you're just lifting at 90 degrees and down. Lifting and down. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. So either bent elbow or straight arm. Again, we go back to that pumping action. Arms do speak into the heart, and we're shifting stagnant, stuck energy at the upper body, at the shoulder space, at the neck, at the chest, at our heart center, where a lot of trauma can get stuck because it's easy to grip and hug into that space. Continue onward. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Open and relax the chest. And then both arms up, either straight arms or bent elbow. Inhale. Stretch the arms up, up, up. And exhale down. Inhale, gentle breath into the heart space. Relax the chest. Exhale and soften the ribs. Now we move back down to the legs. We're going to take one foot and just lift it, a fourth of an inch to an inch off the mat or the bed, and then just bring it right back down. You're going to move to the other foot and do the same thing. And bring it down. Now we want to move really, really slow. The important part of this is how slow you are moving. So you move it very slow up and very, very slow down. And it's not a big move. So if you think you're moving slow, move slower. And if you think you're moving the foot off the floor, move it just a bit less. So it's like it's almost hovering. It's not a big move. Doing that makes it an intense move. You might notice gripping through the belly or even the shoulders. Try to stay here at the belly center, our chakra 2, because we're shifting trauma, and chakra 2 is very related to the trauma, okay? Because we store it energetically in this space. We also have a muscle that connects from the leg up to the ribs, known as the psoas muscle, and it is in yoga considered the emotional muscle. So this very slow, controlled lifting speaks to that muscle and helps the emotional psyche, the trauma pathway, to release some of the trauma of being ill and feeling trapped by the illness. Very, very small lift, very, very slow. There's no rush here. And then you just lightly let it set back down. You're going to feel all sorts of muscles working. You can always rest in between the movements, stretch your legs out and join back in as you like to. But we want to slow this down. Very aware and slow. Your breath is relaxed as much as you could have it be. Nothing to change there. Focus on how slow you can move. Because what you're doing, and you will like this, in this very slow movement, what you are doing is you're commanding your body, you're taking back your control in a physical way of your body, which means that you are taking it back from Lyme disease. Now, the conscious mind it'll get in the way. It'll say, oh, that's kind of silly. But the emotional mind knows exactly what you're doing. So allow the process to unfold. Now you can do a lot of things here while you're doing this little marching in place position. Very, very slow, very, very aware. Something you're very much in control of. But you can just focus on the activity like we already have. If you like to take it into a visualization, you can imagine that Lyme is a color, an object, and it's out beside you and you are walking away from it. Bye-bye, Lyme. I'm walking away. And you can continue that visualization. You can also have a visualization of what you're walking to the life that you want. See yourself walking through an energy portal, perhaps. Or just playing out a movie in your mind of what it's you want, seeing yourself be that actor in the scenes where you feel happy and healthy. So for just a bit more, we're going to be doing this very slow peeling off of the foot, lifting and controlling it back down, trying to relax the shoulders so we release the hardening and the holding of the trauma. Let the trauma move down to the activity of the legs and allow your breath to breathe it out. And now let's relax with our feet to the floor. Take an inhale breath at the heart space. And exhale, sink your body to the surface it rests upon. Now you can continue that movement for a longer time if you like. Sometimes you may get into a feeling with it that a little more is what you need. But if you're ready to move on, I'm going to angle here. You can stay as you are. I'm going to angle so you can see. You're going to bring your legs together at the knees, at the ankles if you can. Do the best you can with that. And you're going to give that a squeeze, 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 squeeze as hard as you can for you. And then inhale and feel that squeeze, and exhale and relax out to the butterfly position where the legs will gently move out. Now you can hold and support or put pillows underneath so that you're not straining anything at the hips. We're bringing the legs back up. We're going to squeeze, and now we inhale and hold that squeeze and feel the muscles squeeze, 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 and exhale and open out to that butterfly position. And last time, up come the legs. We do the squeeze together at the knees. We inhale and we keep the squeeze, and maybe you can add a little more into it this last time. And then exhale and out go the legs. Now let's bring the legs up about halfway and just begin to shake them. Now the legs muscles might be tired and they might shake all of their own, and that's okay. You want to let the body have a chance to shake the energy around now. And in yoga, we call that shaking out the comatose cells, waking them up. Again, moving around. Stagnant energy. Getting circulation into the legs here certainly is good. Toning up some of the thigh muscles if you haven't been moving around a lot. I talk about that, always keeping muscles as toned as you can with very simple movements like this. Okay, now as you're doing this, you might find that an automatic shaking comes in and your body can get very intense with it. That's okay. Sometimes the body will find its own way to discharge trauma. Hang out here for just a moment more. Your breath is relaxed. Remember, you can always stretch your legs out at any time that you feel you want to. And then just bring your legs up to a parallel position. Take that inhale into the heart space. Hold it gently. And exhale. Go ahead and stretch out your legs now. Turn your palms up. Relax. Let the legs rest. Relax your palms. Shoulders. Relax your pelvis. Feel your body relaxed. Allow your body to be relaxed. Give yourself permission to welcome in stillness. Even though we know there's movement with the heartbeat and movement with the breath, welcome in stillness. So your voluntary movements are quiet and the muscles are relaxed. Your breathing relaxes more and more with each exhale. Once again, take an inhale into the heart space and then exhale. Go ahead and bend your knees. Bring your hands and gently rub them together to wake up the nerve endings. And remember, you can always rest longer in the Shavasana, the resting pose. Resting there as long as you like. Also remember, you can come back to this video anytime that you have a feeling of trauma, because the quicker you begin to shift the trauma, the less time it has to stay within you, the easier it is to shift. And the trauma might be something that is fear-based for you, being fearful about ever getting better. The trauma could actually be the pain that you're feeling, or maybe an interaction with someone that didn't go so well. It can be many things. So coming back to this trauma session frequently will help you to continue to move out energy that blocks the positive energy of healing so that you recover faster. Now let's move over to our side and come on up to seated. And remember to hit the like button and the subscribe button so that you can get all the videos that can help you stop your suffering and get your active life back. Hands come into heart center. Give yourself a positive thought for the rest of your day. One thing that you would like to do today, no matter what it is, and see yourself do it. Own that. Bring it to you now that you have already done it. It's already accomplished because you are an amazing person. And I know that you're going to get your recovery. Inhale and exhale. Namaste. Thank you for joining me today.